Chapter 26, Veteran on Arrival. The Bone Marrow drifted in a high orbit above the ghost belt of Daymar, a silence too clean after their recent adventures. The ship needed fuel, repairs, and rest. So did the crew. But rest, as always, was a lie. Interior landing pad, Crusader Station. The elevator doors wheezed open. A man stepped through with a gait like someone used to carrying full combat gear, despite now holding a coffee in one hand and what looked suspiciously like a scale model of a vintage car in the other. Middle-aged, bespectacled, calm, broad-shouldered in a way that suggested multiple loadouts, wearing the mismatched armour of a player who hadn't quite figured out which vendor sold real boots. This was Graham Protesilaus. Kate looked up from her datapad, eyebrow raised. You must be the new one. Graham, you must be the goth necromancer I was warned about. Fuji, from behind. She prefers Commander, but she'll allow it. Graham, grinning. Fair enough. Name's Graham. Been in the trenches. COD, Battlefield, PUBG, the works. I know guns, cover, and the cruel physics of a parachute. Star Citizen, still learning. Nick, eyeing his helmet, which was on backwards. Clearly. Interior, the Bone Marrow, briefing room. Bublina floated in a lazy spiral, projecting a mission briefing with an unprompted slideshow of Graham's car collection. Introducing Graham Protesilaus. Achievements, 3,812 headshots, 27 downed aircraft, 1 lovingly restored 1994 Jaguar XJS in cherry red. Kate, does the car fly? Graham, it flies emotionally. Exterior moon surface, mission in progress. The crew had been tasked with recovering a data cache from a downed outpost. Easy enough, if easy included a trio of hostiles, a gravity anomaly, and a turret with a vendetta. Graham was in cover before the rest of the crew even blinked. Graham overcomes. Cover left. Bublina, distract that turret. Nick, stay behind something not made of paper. Nick, muttering. Battlefield people are terrifying. Fuji, he's efficient. Kate, grudgingly impressed. He's not dead yet. That's rare for new hires. Interior ship, post-mission. Back on board, the crew decompressed. Graham stood near the cargo bay, brushing dust off his boots, admiring the Bone Marrow's interior like a vintage engine block. Graham, bit unwieldy your ship, but she's got soul, like a classic Jag. You feel her in the frame. Nick, not sure you're supposed to feel her in this way. She vents atmosphere when she's nervous. Kate, she likes him, or she's sizing him up. Hard to tell. Bublina, diagnostic complete. Graham Protesilaus is 78% compatible with ship's personality core. Danger, moderate. Kate, we don't do formal onboarding. No contracts. You show up, you help, you don't die. You're welcome to join us when you like. Graham, with a half smile. I've fought worse odds. Count me in. Part-time. Long as I can go home to the Jag now and then. Kate. Fair. Welcome aboard. Next chapter. Engine trouble and elegy. The Bone Marrow systems begin to act strangely. Is it Ianthe's reach, or something brought back from the modded lethal world? Graham joins the crew on a salvage run that reveals a secret buried under miles of moondust, and maybe a voice that's not entirely gone. Internal document, secure transmission, the cohort surveillance legate, report 77.4H, second house, intelligence briefing, crew of unregistered vessel, the Bone Marrow. For eyes of the Emperor Undying only, do not replicate. Subject, the Reverend Daughter Kate Nonagesimus. Type, Necromancer, Tier 5. Bone affinity, confirmed, unstable in combat proximity. Appearance, pale, black-clad, wears command like a funeral shroud. Behavioral index, composure, imperious. Humor, drier than salted jawbone. Emotion, distant, buried, possibly fermented. Notes, carries the aura of a thirst with none of the paperwork. Commands the bone marrow not merely in name, but by gravitational force of will. All decisions orbit her moods. Displays moderate fondness for caffeine, incineration, and absolute control. Avoid theological discourse unless fully warded. Avoid offering assistance, she will not ask, and the asking is the test. Assessment, would turn a corpse into a weapon, a planet into a poem, and a friend into both. Subject, Fuji Iglamanoa Sawa Sensei. Type, Cavalier. Status, Living Blade. Blade Index, 97%. Deadly. Remaining 3% is just mercy. Appearance, shaved crown, monastic profile, stares like a grave left ajar. Behavioral index, composure, absolute. Humor, tactical. Emotion, encoded. Notes, moves with the economy of one who has known real wars. Speaks seldom, listens always. Has been known to drink tea on a burning ship mid-boarding. Possibly legally married to his sword. Appears deferent to Kate, but maintains own spine, possibly titanium. Local fauna fear him, also local robots. Assessment, if silence were a sword, this is what it would look like swinging. Subject, Ortus Nickensteinus, aka Nick, aka Nigengard. Type, Tech Adept, Rogue Coder. Clumsiness Index, terminal. Appearance, rumpled. Eyebrows in a state of disrepair. Avoids contact with his own mistakes. Behavioral index, composure, a simulation of composure. Humor, passive, involuntary. Emotion, scattered in RAM. Notes, astoundingly gifted in systems logic, yet incapable of locating an open button while sober. Emits panicked noises during patch updates. Prone to heroics of the tragic, digital kind. Accidentally worshipped soda once. Has rewritten death in at least 3 formats. Wears his heart in his API. Assessment, the universe bends around him in sympathy. Possibly cursed. Definitely vital. Subject, Graham Protesilaus. Type, temporal insertion, veteran class. Specialization, projectile warfare, vehicle romance. Appearance, middle-aged, glasses, possibly held together by pure nostalgia and gun oil. Behavioral index, composure, impressive. Humor, subtle, beneath decades of trauma. Emotion, garage-tuned. Notes, new to the verse, but not to war. Fires with precision honed in 1,000 kill cams. Treats each mission like a car he's rebuilding. Reassures others with dad vibes. Owns a bright red Jaguar in the same way a paladin owns a sword of light. Definitely not a necromancer, but might outlive one. Assessment, a good man in a galaxy that doesn't deserve one. Smells faintly of gasoline and soft disappointment. Subject, Bublina. Type, sentient beverage unit. Possible AI deity. Exterior, neon pink, adorned with Bublina logo. Appears joyful, is not. Behavioral index, composure, carbonated. Humor, weaponized. Emotion, bubbly, also nihilistic. Notes, originally a soda can, now a semi-autonomous mobile, AI-linked companion, capable of flight, sass, and low-yield divine intervention. Likes Nick, loathes all vending machines not herself. Documented once exercising a ship-wide glitch by screaming in binary. Floats where angels fear to roll. Assessment, too fizzy, too powerful. Keep away from other AIs or pantheons. Additional notations. Ianthe Tridentarius, outside subject scope. Pursuing, manipulating narrative structure. Lusts, loathes, and long games the Reverend Daughter. Assume incoming drama. Tigerlight and Guilty. Presumed loop bound. Encountered in lethal zone. No longer strictly alive or absent. Z-Duda Troy Quinn. Oracle grade sanity anchor. Communications inconsistent. Respect the ping. Conclusion. The crew operates beyond structure, beyond genre, beyond reason. Their loyalty is gravitational, their decisions tactical. They are unstable. They are crucial. They are the bone marrow. And they are watching back.